to the video podcast series From Innovations to Success. I am Marianne, and today we will address a core matter of IP protection, how to tackle counterfeiting. And for that, I would like to thank and welcome Ross Parsonage, a director of FTI Consulting, for joining me today. Ross is the member of Global Risk and Investigations Practice and an expert in IP protection. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
How is the landscape of counterfeiting evolving in China today? Is the number of counterfeiting increasing or decreasing? What do you think?
I mean, China continues to be a hotspot for the production and distribution of counterfeits. So in the past, what we were seeing was a lot of counterfeit products being shipped overseas, usually via containers in large quantities. Over the last few years, we've seen an increase in the online sales platforms, which enables consumers all around the world to easily purchase counterfeit products. These can now be shipped in small quantities. They can be produced as made to order. And so the challenge now is counterfeiting is not as easy to spot. It's being distributed more widely in smaller quantities. And so it's becoming a bigger challenge in that sense. Whether or not it's increasing or not is very difficult to tell, because it's still a black market. But our belief still is that most industries, most sectors are being affected. And in terms of customs seizures, they continue to be quite high. 80% of US border customs seizures and from the EU are from China. So it's still an issue.
And additionally to the governmental ways of tackling counterfeiting, there are also private anti-counterfeiting entities. So how can those private investigation entities help European SMEs to stop counterfeiters?
Since I started working in the brand protection industry in China in 2004, we've seen a number of significant developments. First of all, the legal system itself, the legislations are far more robust, of international standard. The challenge really is with enforcement. So not only identifying infringement, but then enforcing infringement. China's unique in that it offers a number of different options to rights owners. So that's the good news. There are lots of options available, whether it's through administrative enforcement actions, through criminal investigations and prosecutions working with the police, or through civil litigations working through what is now quite a developed IP court system. That's the good news. In addition, there are lots of different service providers that can help SME companies with their anti-counterfeiting needs in China. That ranges from full-service law firms, IP specialist law firms, IP agencies, as well as a whole host of investigation companies. FTI Consulting has its own investigations practice, and we focus on primarily intelligence-led investigations. The big difference, say, between a large multinational with operations in China and with, say, an SME company is that large multinationals generally will have legal counsel or maybe a brand protection team in-house in China, which have the resources and the capability to conduct their own investigations, to monitor the market, to collect information and intelligence. Whereas smaller SMEs may not have that in-house capability, and therefore will need to work with different partners. So it's important to choose a partner that can help you identify what your objectives and goals may be. To do that, obviously, you need to assess what is the nature of the problem, the extent of the problem. And that's a lot of information gathering, it's a lot of analysis of the intelligence that you have, trying to identify the scale of the problem and where you need to target.
Can you bring us a good example how a private investigation entity has proven to be more time and cost efficient than a governmental way?
External service providers can help SMEs with coordination. So coordinating within their own teams, in-house, between legal, between marketing, between business development, product development, and help coordinate a team to help respond. They can collect and analyze lots of information from the market, from customers, from suppliers, which will help them to identify the problems and to bring forward the information that the PSP need to to start a case. And ideally, we're trying to identify those parties within the counterfeiting network where products have accumulated, whether it's at the factory, whether it's part of the distribution chain. And the idea here is to target less raid actions, but being more effective with them. A lot of the top tier kind of investigation companies will have kind of forensic microscopic examination capabilities, so they can examine products and packaging to see if they are from the same batch, from the same counterfeiter. So they can go into a lot more detail and help you to better understand, is it one infringer or multiple infringers, and help to narrow down your targets.
So obviously these are very valuable IP insights that you have provided us today, and I would like to thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience with us and the Helpdesk followers today.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.
If you are a European SME searching for new ways to internationalize your products and services, Chinese business landscape is a lucrative place to be. Nevertheless, before entering a new market, make sure your intellectual works, inventions and ideas are properly protected to mitigate the risk of counterfeiting. See you in another video.